No, yeah, and I love how playing Emma Frost allowed me to prove a point to my partner about how tanks don't need overshield. I'm
She
so
has a
glad I could do that.
500 health shield. She can plop down anywhere.
Exactly, and guess what,
it.
love? And guess what, love? Doctor Strange has a shield. Guess what? Magneto has a shield. Guess what? They all have something. Guess what?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Me being told I'm wrong is kind of par for the course here.
But you know who was right? Magneto.
Right. Like, he was onto something.
Magneto did nothing wrong. So quick little rundown. It's currently day 37. I'm gonna get as I invite my compadres in here. We had a recording the other day. It scrambled briefly. Nothing changed too much other than I got a sick ass motorcycle now. The plan, and correct me if I'm wrong here, you two, but the current plan is to head to Joel and get some quests going, because I don't know what tier we are. Oh, we're tier 4 currently on quests. Also, it's Hugh, not Joel, Hugh.
Yeah, Trader Joel is, I think, the last. He's the last vendor. He's in the Wasteland. And he is, like, on some good shit. Like, he sounds like he is, like, on a permanent Xanax-friendly high.
I've seen some gameplay with him, yeah. He just, like, you're not wearing those sunglasses because you're trying to be cool. You're trying to hide the redness of your eyes.
Oh, you know what else? You know what else I proved today? And this wasn't something for my partner. This was something for the community of Marvel Rivals that I proved today. I proved that if you put effort, you can learn how to play, y'all. I've only been playing for what? Like, I played for like 8 hours with this character, and I'm already good with her. And people be playing for 300 hours with a character, and you're still bad. Tell me how you're still bad.
A little bit of context.
I don't understand.
Mochi's also very cracked at this game. She's been playing since literal day 1.
All you have to do is read and experience. It's not that hard.
It's not. But you're also just built alternatively better.
Wow. So I don't know where I am, but it's not where I was.
It's maybe because you guys got dropped because I got dropped. So y'all.
I'm not even in the snow biome.
I'm sort of in the snow biome. I think I'm in like
I'm on the edge.
What's the worst biome for that game?
Wasteland.
Like the biome that's the deadliest
Wasteland.
Yeah, that has the most skulls. Oh god, there's some lumberjacks. There's some lumberjacks.
You guys should get prepared.
Join the party, Feely.
You guys should get prepared today and go to the Wasteland.
I can come help you if I know where you are.
I know. I just have to get away from the lumberjacks before I can open up a screen.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't try to cause chaos. Come on.
Also, Geronimo, you should probably redo Angel's introduction because your video was scrambled. So
that footage was lost to time.
I'm actually a ghost, y'all. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so the person that's currently haunting our group chat right now, kind of similar to Dragon.
Real.
Yeah, not actually real. Y'all are hallucinating. Who's Angel? Similar to how Drew or Dragon stops in every now and again, we have my partner Angel, who is going to be listening in, providing amazing commentary, and also probably just gonna be raging at Marvel Rivals. So
I swear I don't rage. No,
lying on the internet is illegal, Angel.
Oh no.
You would agree with me, wouldn't you? Just to annoy him. No, I'm kidding.
You're not.
They would
absolutely
do that.
Not raging. You are expressing the appropriate amount of opinions about a game.
Indeed, I'm fluently expressive with my emotion.
Yeah, and sometimes the games just need to be yelled at. All right.
This is coming from the same person who spent 45 minutes, love, telling me exactly why Spider-Man is the shittiest hero in the game and in comics.
Ooh. brave opinion. Like, I mean, I don't have a stake in the game here, but like, I feel like that's a little spicy.
She,
a little.
It was a
Angel
hot take that
hates
needed to be
Spider-Man.
stated. Because everybody's always like, oh, he doesn't deserve this, he can't have anything good, and I'm like, he don't deserve nothing good. I'm like, come on now.
No.
Like, it's his character setting, okay?
No,
Like,
here's
like
the
he,
thing. So in Marvel Rivals, you can lord characters. Like you play them a bunch of cool little icon. And Angel's on a lord journey. She's done all the supports currently available, and she's done 2 DPS, Black Widow and Spider-Man. She hated Spider-Man so much the entire time. And it was the funniest shit to listen to.
Yeah. And it wasn't even that I was bad with him either, because he could tell you I wasn't bad with Spider-Man. I just didn't like playing him. I hated playing him. I just enjoyed playing him.
That is absolutely valid.
I heard there's so many motherfucking bears around here. Like,
and the reason I think Spider-Man doesn't, deserve anything is because whenever he's given something, he's so rude about it. Yes, he's lost things that he shouldn't have lost, like, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Yes, but whenever he's given something, like Gwen Stacy, and then, something else, he fucks it up so bad. Like, he fucks it up on purpose. Bro is something else. Like, he's so toxic about it, too. There ain't no way he went up to Mary Jane's face and told her that she was not the girl that he truly loved, and that he only chose her because she was the only option. Bitch, you got me fucked. Bitch. Ooh, I hate Spider-Man so much. You don't understand.
I am beginning
bad
to.
Writer. Yeah,
Did you say that you died, Feely?
I did not die. I just said there was like a whole bunch of bears and good, a mountain lion. Perfect.
Okay.
Of course there are bears. Lumberjacks are gonna be in this area.
I sent party invites to both both of you guys, and I am still out here by myself.
Oh, Covey's the party member.
You know what character a lot of people love? Like, a lot of people love her, but I low-key always kind of forget she exists every now and then.
There we go.
Who's that?
Who is it?
Black Cat. I low-key forget she exists sometimes.
Yes,
but
rumor.
she does stuff. Okay, I'm heading to where you are. I don't know why I was, like, so far away. I guess, like, riding on the back of your motorcycle, like, didn't count for the sake of traveling. So I'm just riding on my little tiny bitty bike.
Oh, I'm passing
You don't
that.
understand how many people have, because, like, Spider-Man's in the game, you don't understand how many fans have created a whole Reddit page talking about how we want Black Cat in this game.
I mean, I trust Redditors to come up with...
Have opinions.
Yeah, have opinions.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Not correct opinions, but opinions.
They will have some thoughts.
Sometimes they have correct opinions, and sometimes they have opinions. And it's beautiful to see.
All right, I'm just gonna like pop. I did land some like reasonably close to the vendor, so I'm just gonna pop in there. And like, because I think all the fucking animals are trying to kill me.
I can't believe I have to bike like 2 kilometers on my like dinky dink bike because the server was like, "You're not moving."
Yeah, you don't
you're in the bitch seat. Like, obviously that doesn't count. Like.
So what I'm hearing is, like, periodically, whenever we see a safe spot, you have to get off and let the game know that you are out of place.
I guess.
Or we since we've been like crafting some steel, that we make Covey her own bike, and she just has it in her pocket even if she's riding bitch.
I mean, I have my tiny baby bike, so I'm not helpless.
Were you trying to say something, love?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting. Don't worry.
Yeah, unfortunately with Discord, sometimes the communication comms get crossed.
That's all right. I also just have big fat ADHD, so I tend to end up talking over people sometimes.
Fucking same. You can ask.
That's why I was waiting. It's why
we are all afflicted slightly with that one.
Yeah, it can get bad sometimes. So if you ever, by the way, if you ever feel like you are getting talked over or having trouble getting like being heard, it's okay to be like, hey, I have a thing to say. Like I've been trying to get better at that.
I have a thing to say. Spider-Man is overrated. Thank you.
Yeah, opinion over.
Was like I know we've talked about this, but we need to talk about it again. That fucker. Anyway, here for it.
J. Jonah Jameson was right.
The thing I was just gonna say though was that my wish list for this game actually is more on the intricate side, I'll say, because a lot of people want the popular characters, and Marvel Rivals dev have stated that 70% of the cast will always be popular characters, which is why I'm fucked with my wishes. But I do want more like non-talked about characters, less popular characters. My wish list consists of characters like Hollow's Eve from The Amazing Spider-Man, or Nico Maru from The Runaways. Characters that are very less talked about. Emily Bright from the Doctor Strange's Academy. Yeah, a lot of characters that aren't really popularized is what I would like to see in this game.
Oh my god.
Because they also have some pretty cool abilities. Like, Hollow's Eve, I've been talking about her a lot recently because I really love some of her comic-like art. But Hollow's Eve's ability is that she has a magical bag that allows her to create masks, and each mask that she creates has different qualities to them, like different magical powers they give her. So if she wears the witch mask, she can cast spells and use magic. She has a mask that if she puts it on, she gains intangibility and invisibility. She has a mask that if she puts on like a wolf mask, she'll gain like agility and some strength. Then she has like other masks. She can create a spider mask to become like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So she's like she's really cool though. Her art design too. I really love her outfit. Since she is, her name is of Halloween like descent. She is her like color scheme is orange and black, and her outfit looks really cool.
Nice.
And that is a very valid opinion.
That would be. I feel like that would be like, as much as I want to support your wish, that sounds like it would be a bitch to program.
Yeah.
See, I have references though. I have references that make it easier. So I don't know if you ever played Warframe, but so I'm gonna bring a couple of references here though. So don't worry. Warframe is my first reference. There's characters like Vubin or characters like Wisp in the game where they have abilities where they shuffle through different abilities. So it's one icon, like it's one like square box. And you click the button again and it shuffles. And in order to actually use it, you have to hold the button. So say you click triangle, you keep clicking it, and then you hold it to actually use the ability on the one that you want to use. That's one example of them being able to add the changes between the mask and then have her other two squares be the actual abilities between each mask. And they can number the masks so it doesn't get overpowered. They can say the limit is 3 different masks that they want to do, or the limit is 2 different masks that they want to do.
Okay, not to interrupt you, but I'm hearing like a lot of like gunfire and angry cat noises and blah, 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 blah. What the fuck are you doing there, Talon?
Hey, I'm right next to you. This is not my fault.
Okay,
here,
okay,
bitches.
Okay, it was coming. It was coming. Okay.
No, keep going.
I'm hearing like so many fighting noises.
My second reference is actually this game itself. A reference to Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is different in the sense that they switch to 2 different characters, but they can make a stance switch kind of thing where the animation is she puts a mask in the bag and then pulls a different mask out of the bag. And she's got like, it's just a little different stance change, and then she can use different abilities. They can design it that way so the imagery of the bottom right corner of your screen doesn't get too overpowering, and it's easier for them to create the character. Because designing the abilities themselves aren't something new. Like, witches are something they've done before. Scarlet Witch is a witch. Like Spider-Man, they've done him before. So designing her abilities isn't a challenge for them. But designing the way it works game would be a challenge for them. However, they could use references like Warframe or Cloak and Dagger, or, many other games that have stance changes, like, I'm going to use DC for an example. Like Batman Arkham games, they have moments where you can play as Batman, and then you can switch to Catwoman mid-fight. And it's
okay.
it's like the different stance changes kinds of things is what they could use to switch through her mask in game, making her easy to program for the game and playable.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Angel has dove into this so much, and honestly, she's probably very qualified to just make a game like this. At least a lot more qualified than some developers, to be honest with you. But also, here's the thing, however. Wanting fringe characters is great and all, but we're gonna do a little experiment here, y'all. Covey,
Feely, who
Feely.
are you killing, by the way?
I was trying to figure out who was humping the back wall, and it was like a lumberjack and this cougar.
Cool. Just checking.
So like that was just like what was making all the infernal racket. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go back on the wall and I'm gonna see what it is and I'm gonna kill it. And then I saw what it was and I killed it.
Okay. Also, Geronimo, you started fountaining out some stuff while you were hanging out there.
Yeah. Sorry, I just have a lot of shit in my pockets.
Okay. Well, I mean, I picked up what you put down, so if you want it back, too bad.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Do you want your magazine back?
Nah, I have some magazines to give y'all anyway. But we're gonna do a little experiment here. Covey, Feely. I'm gonna say a name, and you let me know if you know or even heard of this character before. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I am probably a bad person to ask, but go ask away.
All right. So these are gonna be Marvel characters.
It's gonna depend on whether or not they showed up in fanfiction. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh.
Oops, not that. Whoops. So Locust. Ring a bell?
Locust or locus?
Locust, like Locus.
No.
No?
Feely, I have a magazine for you. Where are you?
I am coming back inside the wall because my dasher is about here and I need to park my carcass somewhere reasonably safe.
What about Paste Pot Pete?
Yes.
No, I don't know him.
Covey, you have not heard about Paste Pot Pete.
I don't know
There's
what his like damage is, but I've heard of him. Yeah.
You have heard of him.
I have heard of him.
Okay.
I know of him. He's the funniest bitch ever, bro.
But these are the type of fringe characters that Angel wants in the game. I'm just like, love, I'm sorry, but there ain't no way.
Paste Pot P has already been leaked, so that's not.
Here you go, Feely.
Oh, can you pick it back up? I am walking to the front door
funny
too.
as hell though.
To get my Sonic.
There are some characters that are not well known that I would love to see that are like full characters. Like they were made as a joke. They're canon characters, but they were made as like a funny hee hee ha ha.
Oh, you mean like soft serve?
Let me get there. Don't expose. So these characters, I would love to see April 1st as like an April Fool's addition to the game. Like, oh, here we have a character. It was added in April Fool's, but like they're gonna keep around, right? Like it's just.
But like the joke is, this is real. It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
You thought we were kidding?
The joke is there is no joke.
Yes, and the reason why I think this is great, I'm about to get into a whole nother nerd rant. So. The developers of the game stated that during Season 3, each season from Season 3 forward will be 2 months long, and we will get 2 characters each season, making it 1 character each month, right? Which means that the first of each month will be the release of a new character, and April Fool's is on April 1st, right? Meaning that they can release an April Fool joke character on April 1st every year, and they can release goofy characters like, drumroll love? Like Soft Serve. And Soft Serve is one of the goofiest characters that exists. So, stay with me here. You're gonna need to hold on to your seat.
It has something to do with ice cream.
You're gonna need to hold on to your seat and stay with me here for a moment.
Okay. Also, I am back and I can pick up the magazines from people. Unless you drove off without me. Okay.
He did drive off without you, but he dropped off the magazines with me.
Soft Serve is a hero whose ability is that she has a portal to the ice cream dimension, right? But the portal to the ice cream dimension is in her ass. So there's a portal of the ice cream dimension in her ass, and she pulls ice cream out of that portal.
Okay, she's serving chocolate. I'm not taking any.
I mean, I don't know where else you'd put it, frankly. So I mean that.
If I remember correctly, the biggest gimmick she has is that people don't know necessarily her power, except maybe it has to do with ice cream, and she just gives people ice cream.
So a lot of people don't know her power, right? So a lot of fans and a lot of people in general think that it just comes out of her butthole, right? But the thing is, soft serve doesn't have a butthole. Like, she literally doesn't have an asshole. It's literally just a portal. There's just a portal there, and it leads to the ice cream dimension, and she pulls ice cream out of there.
It wouldn't actually work. We can't do this quest until nighttime.
And, but we can go inside.
Apparently not.
And so, fun fact though, she can pull out any flavor ice cream from the ice cream dimension. She's given a bunch of heroes and things ice cream as a joke. Like, she just gives them ice cream without them knowing where it came from, and they're just like, "Where'd you get this ice cream?" And that's like a running joke for the.
She's like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, that's like a running joke for the comics. But I would love to see her. Obviously, they'd have to censor it or change it, which I don't mind. Like, they could design the portal, instead of it being in her ass, it's like behind her ass instead, just floating there. And like, I wouldn't mind. But I think it would be fucking hilarious to see her added on April 1st as an April Fool DPS, and it's just like, introducing soft serve. Because they can't.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be pretty good.
Yes, it would be funny, and they can't tell me nothing. The developers can't fight me and say, we couldn't put something that naughty into this game. Okay, Emma Frost's tits out. Okay, ass cheeks out. Okay, come back to me next time. You can put her in.
Oh, okay. That's what's making the shadow. It's someone's crouched on my head.
But yeah, I think that you make a very good case, and the developers should listen to you.
Yes. I also would love to see Big Bertha in this game as a tank. Big Bertha is a character whose abilities is that the whole thing is she eats food and becomes diabetic. Her diabetes disability gives her super strength. So when she's diabetic and obese, she gains super strength.
I love that for her.
I would love to see her as a tank in this game. It would be amazing.
And she's like, and the neuropathy means I can't feel pain.
Yes. She's actually a lot of people know a little more about her than they do about like soft serve. Due to the fact that Big Bertha actually teams up with Deadpool in a couple of comics to help him get rid of some evil.
She sounds like a Deadpool team up, I've got to be honest here.
If I remember correctly, he asked her on a date, and he was actually disappointed she didn't come in her beefed up form. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like a supermodel.
She's controversial, or she was controversial when she first released, because the thing was about her is that her power is like, it comes from her diabetes and becoming diabetic. However, she has the power to get rid of that form whenever she wants, but the way that happens is she throws up. So she would purposely throw up and get rid of the fat, and you can see how that's reminiscent of anorexia. And
yeah, I wish like
it's a little not great.
Yeah,
like, I can see like they're sort of like, okay, we have to get rid of this body because like it will kill her. Because like plenty of mutant powers that are sort of like slowly killing you, but like that one's like diabetes is like the fucking worst. Okay.
Oh, there's a water horde outside.
And so they
pretty big horde, yeah.
So they never changed how she gets rid of her diabetic form. Like, she still throws up to get rid of it. But what they did rewrite in the comic books, because people were saying like this is kind of promoting the wrong thing. What they did rework in the comics was that later on in the comic books they made it so that she actually embraced her fat form and she never threw up and went back to her skinny form. She can at any point, but she just decided to live as a plus-size model. But yeah, no, she has two forms though. She has like her skinny supermodel form where she looks like exactly that, a supermodel. That's and then she has her obese form that turns her into like, really big like flaps of skin over other flaps of skin.
Like morbidly obese, okay.
Yeah. So that's Big Bertha. And I just want to slap somebody around with like my big
Like-
saggy like fat arms, you know?
They're sort of like you could have done any number of things other than that.
Yes, I think she deserves the chance to beat up Magneto with her fat, you know?
In zombie news, what do y'all want to do today?
Well, I think we can wait till nighttime to do this point of interest. Once we clear it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a big
Emma?
map. I've realized there's like a whole big section back here with like a
Yeah.
gunsmith.
I actually
And a bunch of people
also
spawn behind this door that I'm at. But it's okay because I just shut the door and shot them through it. So.
I would also
Yeah.
love to see, like, another thing I would love to see. Well, two things, but first I want to say Emily Bright, and Nika Maru. I want to talk about them a little bit because they add a layer of intricacy that a lot of people believe that's why they can't be added to the game. However, I argue that we've played it safe in video games for so long that I think it's time to rock the boat and try to do something a little intricate. And I would love to see intricacy done. Whether it come out horribly or it come out good, I would love to see a try at an intricate design. Because Nika Maru is a character who owns the artifact, the Staff of One. It's a legendary, like, magical artifact from centuries ago. But it allows her to cast magical spells unlimitedly. But the drawback is she can only cast the spell once under a singular phrase. And if she wanted to cast it again, she would have to say that same phrase in a different language, or she would have to reword that phrase.
Okay.
So
that could be interesting to program.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of people say they can't do that because then she'd be a character that has too many voice lines. But that's what I think. It would be a nice little intricate design. Get a voice actor in there, do a bunch of different voice lines, and then get her in the game. You know?
it would definitely be very interesting. But yeah, it would be like just very intricate and very much might be kind of like buggy or touchy too at first. It would definitely need a lot of workshopping.
Yeah. What was that gun? What is that gun? That is not your
and then
usual
Emily
gun.
Bright.
That is
Emily
the
Bright.
SMG that Geronimo found for me last time.
Emily Bright is a witch with the power unlimited. Literally. So the thing is, different witches in different covens have different magic, right? Scarlet Witch, her magic is chaos magic. She can only do chaos magic.
Okay,
Agatha's
so they were on the roof.
Agatha's magic is hex magic, right? So Agatha performs in hex and dark magic. We have other magic casters like Magic herself can cast light and dark magic because she's half demon, you know, like half regular person.
Fucking vulture.
However, Emily Bright, a Strange Academy student, is one of the best magic users out there because she's a witch of unlimited power. She can use any spell from any magic form, chaos magic, dark magic, light magic, anything. She's a witch that has no limits. She's the only witch that has no limit. The only witch on the planet of Marvel that can use any spell from anything.
Nice.
She's so cool. And then the second thing after that, that I want to see in this game, I want to see them bring family members of the characters that already exist in the game. An example of this, Emma Frost has daughters. I want to see her daughters in this game. Cause and another example, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman have a daughter and a son. And
Isn't the daughter like low-key kind of evil?
one of them are for Emma, yeah.
No, I meant the daughter of the Fantastic Four,
Oh no, she's good. Her powers though is fucking insane. Like her power is to time jump. She can time jump at any time. Like, imagine getting mad at, like, one of my friends made this joke, which I thought it was really funny. They was like, imagine getting mad at your parents for denying you something, you going back in time and making it so that they didn't exist. I was like, that's crazy.
It's like an overreaction, but also, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Fantastic Four, so maybe okay.
And characters, and they can add these characters to the game. And because a lot of people's argument that they couldn't add these characters to the game, right, is the fact that these characters don't exist in this universe. However, these characters do exist in this universe. And you want to know how I know that? Because I'm a nerd and I'm about to explain how I know that. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, you know the little robot that's on the car that they drive in that map, right?
Right.
That little robot was made by their kids. That robot in lore, it was made by their kids as a gift, and it has its own abilities, and it's there to protect their mother and father. They made it for their mother and father to protect them and take care of them. So their kids already exist in this universe. They made that robot for them. Doctor Strange has a voice line where he's talking about opening a Strange Academy. Emma Frost has a voice line with Luna Snow, where she says, I only invited you to this gala because my daughters wanted you here. So her daughters already exist in this lore. Squirrel Girl exists here. Squirrel Girl is part of the Young Avengers, and the Young Avengers consist of Wiccan, Hawkling, and Speed. Speed and Wiccan are both of Scarlet Witch's 2 sons. So, the characters exist lore-wise already set up in the game, but I want to see them playable in the game.
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah.
As you can tell, Angel's very passionate about this.
I can tell. In other news, I got a drone.
You got a drone?
I got a drone. I just got a drone.
Oh my god!
Also,
I'm so mad I didn't buy the mod schematic for that.
Oh, our loot stage is almost maxed out. It's 205 right now. That explains it.
Also, I would love to see completions of teams. Like team completions. And what I mean by this is the Guardians of the Galaxy exist in this game. But where is Gamora? Where is Drax? Where is Yondu? Where is Gamora's sister?
Interesting. They must be saving them for like a movie tie-in event.
I was gonna say.
Possibly.
Like, you don't understand how I would love to run around with Gamora. Because Gamora would be a melee character, in my opinion. And you want to know why? Because Gamora in the comics owns this nasty-ass galaxy sword that she slashes the shit out of people with. And I'm just saying I would run around with that sword and slash the shit out of people.
Because you're a closeted psychopath, but, you know, that's just me.
Drax, I think...
She's over here like, I'm not closeted.
No, I'm very open about my psychotic. I'm kidding. But like, Drax, oh my god. Also, this is a random side off. Drax and Mantis are the cutest couple to exist. I don't know if you know, but they're married, and it's so adorable.
That's kind of cute.
Yes,
I'm gonna make a storage box in the highway.
They have the cutest dynamic in where like whenever he ends up getting really mad or starts yelling, Mantis will put him to sleep and then give him his favorite chip bag and have him eating his chip bag. When he wakes up, he's like, "You did it again!" And it's so adorable. I love that.
I mean, we should all have such friends. Like you need a nap and a snack, and you're like, I've had a nap and I've got a snack.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Drax, like, a lot of my problems would be solved with a nap and a snack.
Drax, a lot of people have said he would be a damage, but somebody came up with a good concept for him, that Drax as a tank, and I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling Drax as a tank. Not gonna lie.
I can see it.
Yay.
Alright, so let me see here. There you are.
Alright, so I just dropped off a bunch of stuff in the storage box.
Also, another back to anyone, like to the people that are in this call, but also to anybody listening to this episode. If y'all play Marvel Rivals, in this year altogether, 2025, after Ultron's release, look forward to 6 new heroes, because that's the count of the heroes that are gonna come throughout this year. there's going to be 6 more heroes for this year before we move on to the next year of Marvel Rivals.
And maybe one of them will be Pastepot Pete.
It is suspected that next season's release hero will be Professor X. So look forward to that. Professor X has already been found in the data. He's already labeled and everything in the data as well. He was data leaked, and he's a support, and he's got 3 abilities.
Can't wait to see him.
You know, I think it makes sense, kind of. I mean, I don't know what kind of supporting abilities he has in comic, because I haven't read many comics about him. But it makes sense that he would be a support to me, because I've also never seen Professor X fight anybody. Like, I swear he's never lifted a finger. Which also brings me to my
he wouldn't lift a finger, he would lift his brain!
I was gonna say, given what I know about his power, that is kind of like low-key sort of like there is no way that he could do that without it being like, fairly horrific. So he's sort of like, look, like it's honestly a kindness that I'm letting my dudes punch you to death, so be grateful.
Yeah, do you want to fight
Yeah.
do you want to fight Wolverine or do you want to fight me?
Yeah, but the thing is, I also don't know how like, I wonder why he never is aggressive with his power. And I say this because he's known as the #1 telepath in Marvel. He's known as the strongest.
That's why he's not aggressive. Because if he was aggressive, like, I feel like he would scare.
No. But wait. Because I have good points here. He's known as the #1 telepath in Marvel, right? The #1 strongest telepath in Marvel. However, he sat there and watched human corporations kill half of his people in front of him on Krakoa, and he did nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. And that rubs me the wrong way, because you're apparently so strong, but you're not protecting your people. You're not doing anything.
That's kind of the difference between him and
Magneto.
yeah.
And
Like
that's
they're
why we
supposed to be
say
up.
Magneto is right.
The difference between not doing enough and doing too much, like they're 2 extremes of like maybe we could do something, maybe we could find a way that is to solve the situation that isn't like low-key genocide.
But the thing is, Professor X being so strong, he could quite literally just mind control them and walk them outside the portal again. Like, he could walk them back to Earth and then just let them be. Like, he doesn't even have to injure them. And the thing that I find interesting is that he never ever does anything. Like, he's just a talker. That's all he's ever been. He just talks.
It might be like a Justice League thing. Like, they know if they take that first step, they might not ever be able to turn back.
But it's so interesting to me. I want to see him do something. Like, if in a future comic, I want him to do something.
By the way,
Professor
y'all, meet me out front. I found some cool things for y'all.
Because that's another thing, though. That's another reason why I want him to do something, though. Because we know that he's the #1 powerful telepath, and yet we've never seen his telepathic abilities. And he is in an X-Men comic book where we've seen almost every X-Men's mutant ability in action in a frame before. I want to see him in action in a frame.
Oh, a desert vulture. Thank you.
And Feely, Covey, here's shotgun.
You need a silencer for that?
Even if it's just like, a spin-off like comic, if they do an alternate universe comic where Professor X is, more active, or he's even, evil. Any of that. Even if they do those, I would still love to see where a comic book where we get to see him in action, and I get to actually see the limit to his abilities. Because we know almost nothing about him. All we know is that he's known as the strongest, but we just know he's a guy with a helmet.
I agree. By the way, does anybody want a Fortitude mod?
I'm good. Feely, I have an explosive magazine that Geronimo dropped.
Okay.
Like volume 7, which you probably already have, but like,
I'll take a look.
I have hot take. I have big hot take.
What's that?
A lot of people disagree because they think a lot of their points are it would be copying, or it would be like just capitalizing on a popularity, yada yada. But my hot take is DC fans haven't gotten enough love. And I'm a DC fan. I love DC and Marvel equally. I grew up with both of them. But like DC fans haven't gotten enough love. They haven't gotten enough attention. They haven't even been gifted movies or games recently. And I
All the
think
movies sucked.
and I think DC Rivals should be a thing. And I want it to be a thing. And I think it'll be I think it'll be fun for multiple reasons. One, it would give to the fans something, exciting, something engaging, something fun, and they haven't been given anything in a while. Two, I think it would finally address the issue that DC has. DC has a big issue where they focus their main focus on the Justice League and the Titans, and they do not branch out to a lot of other heroes. And a lot of their main focus games are focused solely on Batman. And a lot of their main focus movies are focused solely on the Injustice, Batman, or Superman. It's a lot of it's a lot of the issue that a lot of people had with DC is that they don't shine the light on different characters. Marvel's they've had their issue with that too, only shining light on the Avengers, but recently they've been shining light on other characters like Agatha in the Agatha All Along series. And I think DC Rivals would help with this because the Injustice and Teen Titans can only cover a small amount of the character roster. And the character roster for this game upon release was 35 heroes. And the Teen Titans and Injustice alone cannot cover the 35 heroes without adding characters that nobody knows about. Intricate characters that are not really talked about, not really seen, which would give light to those characters, addressing the issue that they have without giving light to characters that aren't, the mainstream ones, and give fans love and enjoyment and attention that they've needed for a while. And also just bring DC some light, because DC needs some light. DC isn't horrible, but it's seen as horrible because it is outshined by Marvel due to their constant release of things. DC has an issue where they release one thing per year, and Marvel releases 5 things per year. So they're outshined.
But the problem is I think that DC isn't releasing things because they release things that do not get any kind of success because they don't understand the market.
I think the thing is that DC
we should gather for this quest, by the way. I think we
slow.
soon.
DC is not they're not fast work. They take time to work on something and then they release it afterwards. Mm-hmm. And they've never been fast with releases. They've always released things slowly, but they're what's seen as their competitor. I don't see them as competitors because I love them both, but what is seen as their competitors, Marvel, they are fast producers. They produce things very quickly. Like they have a very fast team. For every one thing that DC releases, there's already 3 things Marvel's released, which gives more attention to Marvel because that they're giving so much to their fans that it keeps their fans engaged. For DC, they're only giving, one thing for every 3 things. So
well,
their
also,
fans
DC tends to take themselves a little too seriously, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
The MCU, one of the things, at least all of the movies that have at least something funny about them. And all the DC movies that I've seen so far, they're all just they're all like, eh. They're not as playful.
Yeah, they were doing okay with their TV shows for a hot minute there, and then they had things like Young Justice, and then they just kind of were like, eh. They petered out a little bit. Anyway, so when do we start this quest?
I think
in 30 seconds.
Okay, I just need to make sure that we coordinated that.
Yeah,
however, I think that DC's I think that's part of DC's niche though. DC is not afraid to delve into psychology of things and to be more serious. That's what makes them different from Marvel, and I think that's something that's actually a good thing. Because in a place where people see them as competitors and nothing but competitors, and they think that there's nothing unique about each other, having something that makes them unique and distant is very good for separating the series. Marvel is known for not being serious a lot of the time. Marvel's known for not allowing anything to be serious, and that's an issue a lot of fans have had, is that they let moments that should be serious not be serious. And DC is not afraid to be serious. They dive into to real like deep psychology of like how trauma's affected Batman for so many years. Or they dive into dissociative identity disorder in ways that Marvel could never. Marvel dived into dissociative identity disorder with Moon Knight, and they only got as far as to do 3 different alters. DC has a character called Crazy Jane in Doom Patrol. She has 67 different alters. Well written, by the way. Well written, well descripted, and it's a amazing thing. Like, DC's characters are so intricate, and like I think DC deserves a chance
hey, Geronimo,
to be
we are
seen.
about ready to sorry to talk over you.
No,
but
okay.
We are about ready to start the quest.
Yep.
It just hit 22. It's 2200.
But
And
I think DC deserves a chance to be seen, and I think the only reason they're not being seen right now is because a lot of people, like, obviously, bad projects play a part in it, but I also think it's because a lot of people, due to the success of things like Marvel Rivals for Marvel, they tend to instantly turn to DC and just be negative towards them, because they're like, yeah, you could never do this, which I don't think is true. I think DC could do it, but I also think an issue DC has right now is that they feel inferior to Marvel. I think DC's devs are really insecure. And a point to prove this was that Marvel was on the rise with their Avengers movies, and when they got to Avengers Endgame, which was like them kind of closing up a chapter, DC felt like they needed to keep up. They felt like they needed to rush and keep up with the Avengers series, but they didn't do what Marvel did. See, Marvel built up the ending of the Avengers series through like the beginning of it. Like, they started from the beginning and they went throughout and they went to the end. However, DC started from the beginning, they saw that Marvel was at the end, and then they skipped a whole bunch of lore and they released the Injustice movies, which was near the end. Like they skipped lore and just went to the end movies because they felt like they needed to keep up with Marvel. And that's a bit of their insecurity showing. They felt like they needed to keep up with somebody, so they ended up throwing themselves under the bus due to that feeling. And I think DC really needs a confidence booster, and I think they could do it, and they just need something. And I think a DC Rivals, despite people's opinions of it's gonna be a ripoff, it's gonna capitalize on hype, because guess what, honey? Marvel Rivals capitalized on hype. Overwatch was here first. I think DC Rivals needs to be a thing and should be a thing in the future.
Okay, but guys, I have found the generator. I think probably we're gonna want to like clear the rest of the zombies first.
Yeah.
Let's go up on the roof.
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of stuff, and I know it's gonna make a bunch of noise because it's a big generator.
Also,
Now,
I'm thinking after this one, I picked up an infested quest just up the road. I figure we can knock that one out too. While we wait for the trader open.
Now my question is though, in a DC Rivals, what character would you want in that game, and what character would you play in that?
Constantine's boyfriend.
King
Shark.
Shark.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm starting the generator.
Okay. Oh shit. I'm in the warehouse.
What character would you,
I'm here.
would you two play?
Not sure. I really like Joker for reasons. Probably Plastic Man.
I mean, he's probably gonna obnoxiously be there whether we want him to be there or not.
Oh yeah.
I know.
What about you, Helly? I think that's how you say your name, right?
All right.
It's Covey or Covey. Depends on
Which
your,
one is which?
Oh, I already said.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to address the other but I forgot what
Feely?
Feely.
Feely.
Oh, you were talking to me. Sorry, I was basically breaking my gun.
We're shooting the. I mean, obviously zombies, but.
Oh, we got it.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're good. I think like everybody that I really like has like gotten some love, honestly. Like, you know, very much like Harley Quinn when she's not like, you know, in her like, you know, psychotic stripper phase. And like I feel like that they've like really like they really kind of zeroed in on the right level of axe crazy and boss bitching. Like they currently her story in the MCU is in a good spot. I also like really like what they're doing with the Ivy and Harley animated series.
Oh, I haven't caught up on that recently. Is it getting good?
Ivy.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see them doing more like in like, you know, the movies with Ivy actually, now that you mention it.
All
right, who's yelling?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen her since Uma Thurman.
We haven't seen Ivy in a cinematic since the Gotham show. Cause the Gotham show shows Ivy.
I know that she's like in the kids show, but like that's like basically all the DC ladies, including a couple I don't know them, and they may be original to the that show, but probably not.
I do like what's her name, who's like a shapeshifter. Megan.
Oh, Martian Manhunter's daughter or niece or something.
Yeah, well, she's not actually his daughter because she's the like a white Martian, which are like the really creepy looking ones, which I always thought was compelling.
Well, so would you like to see Harley Quinn make it in a DC rival?
I mean, I think that Harley Quinn is popular enough that like would.
I feel like that's inevitable. Like,
yeah, she would
like
launch for the game. I feel like.
Yeah.
What more intricate characters would you like to see in a game of a DC rival?
Oh, I hear hissings. Who's hissing?
Is what's her name? The magic girl. Is her name
Zatanna? Zatanna?
Yeah.
Oh, Zatanna.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I would love to see the Terrifics. The Terrifics are not really like, although they are a team of 4 for like DC, they are not a really well-known team of 4 or really talked about team of 4. I went down this rabbit hole of learning about the Terrifics and learning about a character in the Terrifics called Phantom Girl. I want to see her in the game so badly. Phantom Girl would be so cool. Phantom Girl's powers consist of her
Watch out,
being able to shift through dimensions. She can phase through dimensions and go into other dimensions. She can open dimensional portals and bring people with her through dimensions. And she can phase through walls with intangibility. And it is thick.
What I would love is to stop accidentally looting this entire box. And then having to like laboriously put every single thing back into it.
Oh, Covey.
Somebody's hitting the wrong hotkey.
Covey.
Yeah, and it's me.
Yes. Hello, I'm here. Oh, what?
Skip the pump shotgun, going straight to auto.
And also,
this is like auto 5. What the fuck?
Also, I have a hard fact for people to swallow that a lot of people don't like to hear. It's the fact that a lot of people, you know, that the people that argue that against Marvel and DC, like that have that Marvel versus DC mindset, a lot of people with that mindset say that DC copies Marvel. Fun fact, DC came out before Marvel was ever invented. So, choke
Thank
on
you for
that
the magazines.
No problem. I'm maxed out on Forge Ahead, so y'all can start reading those.
Oh, speaking of, I just maxed out on the cooking magazine, so I'm gonna start dropping those for you guys. Evie, come here.
A fun fact too, DC's first ever hero was actually this guy in a trench coat. I forget his name, but he was like a detective in a trench coat. Like that was DC's first hero. No. I don't think it was Constantine. I think it was some other guy. He had a top hat too, a little black top hat.
Also, there's a level 5 wrench in the box if anybody is up for wrenches. And is that a level 5 assault rifle?
I just put it. Yes, I was going to tell you it is in there. Also, guess who just got a level 5 impact driver? I am beyond wrenches, bitches.
Woo!
You sure are.
We this was a pretty good idea to come down here.
Where's the ranch? Is it in here?
What are you looking for? I'm sorry.
The wrench.
I think it's in the right box.
The right box.
Yeah, not the wrong box, the right box.
Oh, there it is. I see it. I also see the zombie behind you. Let me shoot him. I'm trying my thing.
And the fuel.
Wait, I didn't load yet.
Boink. All right, I'm a full tank.
Holy shit!
What?
I'm sorry, I don't think you understand what that gun looks like. Oh my god. There was a character concept. And I've seen this video with Talon before. There's a character concept of Poison Ivy for DC Rivals that I think is absolutely immaculate. One of the abilities, they said Poison Ivy would be a support, right? And one of her abilities would be that she can place down 3 Venus flytraps wherever she wants, right? And these Venus flytraps, they produce spores, and these spores, they will heal allies or damage enemies if you touch them. So, such a very cool idea.
Alright, do we want to head over to the infest area?
Yeah.
It should be...
Oh, I mean, are we just going to leave all the stuff here?
Yeah, I figured we can, like, swing back and grab it. It's down the road down this way.
Hang on,
so it's not far?
Let me... Just a few hundred meters?
I think I see it.
Yeah, I figure the more of these quests we get out of the way, the more we get, like, to tier 5, tier 6 eventually.
Yeah. Although you can, like, tier up before you're actually, like, ready to leave that zone. Leave the zone.
100%.
And you know what's another good thing though? DC is getting a reboot. Like they have a new director and everything, and they're rebooting a phase of their DCU. Like, and we'll be getting new movies that are more accurate to the comic books and more aligned with the comic books for fans. And we'll be getting more movies and more things, like The Authority, which consists of characters that haven't been seen in so long. Apollo and Midnighter are 2 of the characters from that series, and they're so cute. They're like one of DC's gay couples. Midnighter's power is that he can see into the future, and Apollo's power is that he absorbs sunlight and uses that sunlight as like sun plasma beams and everything. So he absorbs light and uses sunlight as his power. His power is basically the sun.
Oh, you just drove past the direwolf. But yeah, I love those 2. They're super
Why do you
fun.
think I was accelerating?
Yes. So we'll be getting those. We'll be getting those either in a series or a movie. We don't know what yet, but they are coming. They are coming, and I'm so happy.
That's gonna be fun.
Alright, is everybody watered and fed up?
And the second thing is that DC has responded to people to people like me who've asked for a DC rival. They've responded, and they didn't confirm or deny anything. Their exact words was, "We are open to the idea of making something like a DC rival." And to that I say, open more. Open more.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Because...
Are you sure you don't have these zombies set to sprint at night? Because they are moving awful fast.
I believe I have them to run. That should be below sprint.
Baby.
Yes, love?
Sprinting...
I have, there's this channel that I follow, right? Because, It's a channel of a guy that creates
Stop.
he creates DC Rivals models. Like he uses in the same art style, and he draws DC characters in in Marvel Rivals for a DC Rivals. Would you be interested in at some point watching some models together and telling me what you
Of course, love. Anytime
All right, I
spent
think
with
there's like
Tumble
a
Spin.
ramp. There's a ramp up here, I think.
Yeah. He did one for Black Canary once. Oh my god, it was so good. Also, Black Canary in general. What do you think about Black Canary? What is everybody?
Yeah, Black Canary's great. I like all of her iterations.
Yes, Feely, what do you think about Black Canary?
She's like the Sonic lady, right?
Yeah, like the Scream.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what movie was she in recently? I think it was Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, they did do a Birds of Prey movie, didn't they? I remember her from
I couldn't tell if she was like supposed to be Black Canary proper or like Black Canary's daughter somehow.
Somebody killed this direwolf over here.
Okay. You are correct. She was a rendition of Black Canary. But she's not a rendition of the Black Canary that we're used to. She was a custom Black Canary for that film.
Oh,
Black Canary.
She wasn't Laura Lance.
I think we aggroed the direwolf and now it's attacking Geronimo because he ran off by himself again.
Oh.
No, I thought we were dropping down the hole in the roof, and then I dropped down and I fell through the floor.
Well, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Sure.
Is he fine? Oh, he's not fine. But I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I found him.
No, yeah, she was not Laura Lance. She was a different. Like she had the same name, but she was.
Oh right, they have the other one. They have what's her name? Forgot about her.
But yes, Black Canary though. What do you think of Black Canary?
Yeah, I think she's a fine superhero. It's just I'm not a huge DC buff, so I'm not really
there's
sure.
so many zombies.
Like,
Where are you guys?
I got mobbed a little bit.
So I have a little thing. I have a little thing that I would like to share. I love sound theme powers. Powers that have to deal with sound waves or the vocals.
Oh, I think we found the infestation.
Something about superheroes with those powers always something about it is just satisfying. Black Canary or from Mortal Kombat Sindel. I love the characters that have sound powers like that where it's about their voice, like they scream or something. Sindel is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters and still to this day will always be one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. I just love seeing the art design to it too, because I like I said before, I'm also an art nerd, and I love the art design of the sound wave, transparent sound wave art that they do when they start screaming and they go "Rah!" And I'm like, yes, it looks so beautiful. It's something so satisfying to me.
I think we got the infestation.
That's good.
Yeah, we're at Return to Trader. I think there's just all the snarling we're hearing outside may just be a horde humping the wall outside.
Yeah, probably.
I need to get upstairs because there was a bag.
What are some of since
they are.
Since I've expressed mine just now, one of mine, what are some of yours, and you can express one or more if you'd like. What are some of your visually appealing superpowers? So it doesn't have to be a power that you like, but you like to see, visually appealing. A superpower that you've seen on many heroes before that's visually appealing to you.
Oh, visually appealing. It's a bit of a stereotype, but I do like it when characters have little viney things. That's always fun for me.
Oh, I hear a spider. Where are you, fucker?
That is a good.
Oh shit!
Y'all went out front.
Your girl got the direwolf's loot bag, and it was nice.
Oh.
I didn't look at it too closely because obviously we were busy killing. and murdering.
Yeah, that is like the one good thing about direwolves is that they drop the hot shit.
Oh shit! There's another one.
Feely, what are some of your visually
I shouldn't
appealing
have shot
powers that you find
Should
visually
not have shot it.
I like it when you have like sort of like light powers that like emit from your hands.
Oh, you're right. That's so good.
Yeah, like especially when they're like in like a perfect little circle, like around the hands, and then you can like emit rays from that. Just visually, I really like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear shit about shooting that guy in the dick. Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but we were all thinking it.
Baby, what are some
If
of
anybody
your
is allowed to
visually
shoot somebody in the dick
appealing
today, it's Feely. So you said that you wanted to show us some art stuff. We got like some 2 quests done. Do we just want to like
Yeah,
look
get
at
off me!
art?
Get off me!
We can turn them in and then go check some stuff out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, me? Are you talking to me? Wait, what's happening?
Oh,
Well,
oh,
you said
Angel.
that you had stuff that you wanted to show us, right? Is that what you were
Oh, like art. It was DC Rivals art
it's a
videos
tour.
that I said I would like to watch with my boyfriend at some point. But also, if you want, if you'd be interested in seeing the art, I could also take screenshots of the art. I don't mind.
I mean, yeah.
But-
All right, I'm hearing.
where he is.
Cause I don't know if
He was behind me.
but I what do you call it?
Oh, they're in the tunnels.
Baby, what is some visually appealing powers to you? What are powers that are visually appealing to you?
Good question.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it leads into the lake.
Should it lead into the lake? That seems like a bad thing.
I really like Ghost Rider's powers, like the visually appealing flame and just the edginess of it.
Oh,
It's always very nice to see.
There you are.
That is good. And is it specifically in that style, or do like flame powers in general?
Flame powers usually in general, like depending how good they look, I'm down for it, but I'd say it'd have to be like in that art style.
I mean, flame powers in most things are usually pretty effective, but like if I had to choose IRL, I think I would choose ice powers.
Ooh,
Not a bad one.
Now that actually brings up a good question. If you had to create a superhero, like if you were creating one, right, for your own story, what superhero name would you give them, and what would their power be?
And bear in mind, like, we live in the age where you could get isekai'd into this guy, so think carefully.
Yeah. Somebody
would
might be
pick-
listening.
You know what?
You may get too ugly and truck comes like, next.
The next thing you know, you're trying to explain why you're called
that's
Fearless
where you
Cucumber.
two were.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah. We were just like looting this entire area without you. Sorry.
Fine. Here, I found some stuff for y'all.
Hey.
Because I figure Covey with your auto shotgun, we're gonna be going through shotgun shells a lot more.
So, for me, the
Feely with her
character I
SMG.
created, because I've already created this character. I'm just working out the kinks and stuff. But for me, a character I created was a character that could, with the understanding of molecules and bacteria, their superpower is that they can change those things, those organic or non-organic substances. Like they can form it into anything else they would need, but it comes at a super exhausting cost. So, and their superhero name would be Complex.
Oh, have you ever watched Invincible? Or read Invincible?
Have not yet.
You would like the character Adam Eve.
I have seen those. I do know.
All right.
When
well,
did I get an auger? Hey Geronimo, I feel like you would want this. It's super obnoxious. I'm not making any
I'm running
particular
across
commentary.
enough of his holes all over the country.
My holes bring all the boys to the yard.
Look, it's what he deserves. Here, let me drop this shit off.
Kevy, what would yours be? Your superhero power and superhero name for your character?
Y'all.
I think just generally, it's important to me to be able to fly, but I also want telekinesis. So I feel like if I could use telekinesis to like fly on an object that I control, like that would
You want a flying
suffice.
sword.
I want a flying sword. Look, I'm not a complicated person. I just want a flying sword. Where are you? I need to ride.
And what would your name be? What would your superhero name?
I got off in front of the postal service, which I realized I could have phrased better, but that is where the bicycle is.
I found a tunnel.
I'm here.
Let
me think. I would have to think pretty hard for a name that could not be turned into something fucking awful. I wouldn't hate just going by my real name. I think that would be fun for me.
Oh, I've seen your Gmail address. That would be a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah, I would go by Deified. I think that would be pretty funny. And then people would be like, "Oh, that's not her real name," and I'd be like, "But it is, bitch." Ha.
If they're like, "What's your god complex?" You're like, "It's actually a wordplay. Thank you."
Yes.
Keely, what was your superhero power and superhero name?
Hey, scrub that, Geronimo. I said my real name. I forgot we were recording.
I'll do that. Yeah, don't worry. I'll see if I can't beep it out.
Editor clap, I guess. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
Yours.
I mean, matter creation is always really very fun. Although, like, I am in part of like a Marvel Hero tabletop game, and I made like sort of like budget Wolverine.
Oh yeah, actually, that's beautiful. I think.
Yeah, I would like to like not have like all the like the mental health trouble I've given that poor goddamn.
You already have your own mental health trouble.
I do. I don't need.
You're
extra.
Like, it came for free with this model, so.
It was installed like very early access,
Like, I don't need more. Thank you.
Like, we're full.
And what would your superhero name be for this character?
Depressed Arene.
I actually didn't give her like a superhero name in this one. Like, she just goes like just like straight like one of those characters that just uses her name.
Yeah.
But like also like I named her Daisy, and Daisy Quake exists, so it's kind of hard to beat that with like starting with Daisy.
Yeah.
Oh, this crest forward is not great.
What would yours be?
Love, I couldn't even tell you. There's so many different powers I would love to have. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I could not even choose one.
So I'll give you a limit of picking 3. Can you pick 3 powers?
Ooh, the boyfriend privilege. Even with that, love, I don't think I could just choose 3. Matter creation, shape shifting, stuff like that. That'd be just amazing to have. I don't think I could limit myself to 3. I would be the one who like fucking wishes too greedily.
You should get back to me on that though. I still want you to get back to me on that. We can put it on hold, but you should.
But brief pause, Geronimo. Use a fucking band-aid, please.
I'm fine. Besides, I think I put him in the boxes up here that we left.
He's only bleeding out a little bit, Feely.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
You remember how last game y'all were all chasing me with like splints and first aid kits, sort of like, will you please stop bleeding to death over there? And I'm like, I'm fine. So like,
well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's funny if he bleeds out in the middle of the road in this area. Sorry.
Did y'all already grab the loot and everything for these boxes? No, you did not.
No. We went to the trader.
Maybe in that case, you have a limit of 3, and we'll put it on. I want you to think about it for a bit, and then come back to me with your answer later. But for now, do you think you can think of a superhero name?
I mean, honestly, like, think about all the powers I do want. I'd probably just call myself Greed or something.
Greed?
What can I do
Yeah.
you for?
I have told everybody multiple times I would never be like a straight up hero. I would be an anti-hero at best.
I see.
Oh, hey, I have something for you, Geronimo.
Ooh, high powered. Thank you. Here, I got some for you too. It means a lot to me, but I think you should have it. Wire tool.
I don't want the.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fun question.
We have like 3 of them at home, guys.
Well,
We have wire tool at home.
and still
No,
in one
I'll sell
piece.
What is
Here's your
a fun little question for everybody? What is your favorite genres? You can say top 3. Top 3 for everybody. What's your top 3 favorite genres to enjoy?
I mean, like it always changes for me. I'm getting into lit RPGs.
I've got some work.
Girl, same.
Good coin.
So
good
that's pretty
talk.
fun.
What's not to like?
Right now I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm having a great time with Princess Donut. Let's see. I do like me some like super cheesy Otome Isekai stuff, and obviously I love Shanja. So I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I love
I
it.
think so. Good, close enough.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna try and head back to those loot boxes real fast and try and grab as much as I can. And I think we'll end. Go ahead.
We're following you.
Okay. I think
Don't drive too fast. Okay.
I know.
We'll
I was
end
breaking.
this episode here, and we'll pick right back up here very shortly. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you realize now my type of person I like to date, because Mochi, or Angel here, as y'all know him, is the nerdiest fucker ever. So
Oh wait, let me put my shit in the boxes before you guys start grabbing stuff out.
yeah, that's
Okay.
probably smart. Let me go ahead and
I have
dump
my moments.
shit. All right. But we will see
All right.
y'all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Editor clap.
And then we're gonna go back to the base, and we can like we don't have to film that part, right?
Yeah, we don't
Because
have
that's
to.
gonna
Yeah.
be like some boring stuff.
All right, so I took everything that I can grab out of this box right here.
All right.
Yeah.
I filled my pockets. What? Yeah.
I've also filled my pocket.
What is your 3 favorite genres?
I do like me some high fantasy. I am also a lit RPG person because they are not afraid of being trash, and sometimes you want to read trash.
For real.
Yeah. Have also gotten into like a lot of like Chinese and Korean like web novels. I'm not like quite as down bad as some friends who will MLT that stuff, MTL that stuff.
Oh my god,
but
I can't believe I cannot.
I know she will do this. We're talking about a specific friend. So MTL, if you don't know, is machine translated language. So you're getting an AI to do the translation of the story for you, which can be it can go about as poorly as you are probably picturing this.
Yeah, like don't those users
there's no bottom limit. It's yeah.
It's like worse than Google Translate, isn't it?
No, it is Google Translate. That's what Google Translate is. It's machine translated language.
Okay, so
Easy,
yeah, you can just follow Geronimo, but
And baby, share your 3. Share your top.
Sci-fi and fantasy, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think I really even have a third one. Fantasy is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, I play D&D, but love me some sci-fi.
I mean, fantasy at this point, it's really great that it's been developed to the point where we have like so many different subgenres. I think you're going. I'm not sure if this path gets back to the main road, Feely.
Like it.
Oh god, are you guys
does,
going off
but,
road?
like,
For
No,
me-
you're right. I think it does. I'll just keep an eye on the map.
For me, my favorite 3 genres probably have to consist of fantasy, horror, and a nice like romance.
Yeah,
Romance.
that's actually a good point. I forgot to mention romance, but I read the shit out of that. And
But,
I
like,
love
also,
it when
like,
all
romance
three are
kinda-
combined. Like when you get like a story and there's like some like undead people happening and there's some scary shit happening and then there's people flying on swords and also a romance story. It's great.
Yeah. I love and if we go like deeper into it, favorite like subgenres, I love me some psychological like I love a good horror, love a good psychological. Fuck with my that's some good shit right there. I always love reading it. They have the biggest plot twist that you never expect. Like an example, Alice in the Wonderland is a movie that is very well liked by a lot of people. And it's a very, like I would say kind of upbeat, like fantasy like movie, but the actual story behind it, which was the real like story was used in reference for a game. And the game Alice in the Wonderland that used the reference of it, is a really fast psychological horror. Like the story behind it is that Alice is actually schizophrenic, and it's a good psychological horror like that where it's like, oh, the whole twist is that this world isn't actually real, schizophrenic, and then just it goes crazy.
I've
Love me
heard
that.
good things about that one.
And then
Don't mind us, just looting.
I love me nice like fantasy that's like divine fantasy. Like I wouldn't know how to explain it. Maybe you have the words better for me, love, because you know more like fantasy than I do. But those Pokemon I showed you, like those two like fan-made concept Pokemon, they're the type of fantasy that I like. What is that type of fantasy?
I really wasn't expecting this to go in a Pokemon direction when you said divine.
Like high fantasy, like mythical kind of feel.
Yes, like it's got this kind of, I guess I wouldn't call it Eldritch because it's not exactly
It's just
Eldritch.
well, I mean, Eldritch just means like different or like extremely alien to you. Hard to put into words.
It's very I would say in a sense it's eldritchly divine and ancient, like a nice ancient divine eldritch like fantasy that brings forth some really interesting looking creatures, powers, and scenery. You know?
I feel that.
Huh.
I like me a nice special fantasy. But also, I also like the special fantasy, but it has a pinch of the nice classics, you know? Like, it's special, but then has nice dragons in there, you know? And everything else. Like special, but with a hint of classic.
I give up. I gotta look at a fucking map. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's my
we went down too far because we're right by Trader Act. But if you go straight, which is I know hard for all of us.
I will proceed. You
will get us to Trader X, and we can check out his magazine subscriptions, and then we can turn around and go back to base.
You will sashay gaily.
Yeah.
Sachet, Shantae. Shantae.
Also, I'm gonna be emptying out a bunch of our boxes because we have like fucking like 5 fire axes. Fucking, we don't need the like level 4 pistol anymore. We got a lot of shit.
Then my favorite subgenre for like romance when I read it is the struggle through everything genre type thing. I don't know if it has a name for it, but it's like they go through a lot of trials and tribulations that like almost like there's so many challenges, but they still like stick together through it, and it's like the cutest thing ever. I love that. I love a good.
Okay,
book
so like
that.
not quite Wump because like they get through it and it's not just like pain for pain's sake.
Yeah, they get through it type one. But like it's still just.
You should check out Heaven Official's Blessing if you like all those things.
Oh god. Yeah, no, that's
Look, I'm just saying, like.
No. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Speaking of C dramas.
They're only slightly traumatized all the time.
But like only just like all the time.
And then that brings me to my next question, though. What are some of your like subgenres?
I think I started with subgenres, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Do you have subgenres to your subgenre? Or
I mean, mainly I just like certain vibes. I really like it when things like manage their tone well, and like aren't like all serious all the time, because I just don't believe that's how people are ever. Let's see. I like
You like happy endings.
I like happy endings, and I like it when the characters work together instead of against each other. Like, obviously they can start out opposed, but I don't like it when they're just constantly beefing. That's boring. I don't know.
Like, make it work.
And I like things that are like, I've read a lot of like lit RPGs where it's like some like morally gray asshole who like never makes any friends and thinks that like he's like the best thing since sliced bread, and like that is just like so obnoxious. I really prefer it when people like make relationships and like work together and like have like a decent sense of altruism.
Yeah, but like also like you can have a side character and like trust that they are not going to get like sported the moment the plot slows down.
Oh yeah, I don't like major character deaths for the sake of major character death. It really needs to serve a purpose in the story for me. Like,
Makes sense.
people are like, oh, diversity needs to serve a purpose. I'm like, no, you can have as much diversity as you want, but like character death needs to serve a purpose. Thank you. That's where I get stuck.
For me, I'm a huge lore lover. Like, one thing I love about superhero franchise, like from Marvel and DC, is I love a good book that no matter the character, no matter the story, that you have the information of their lore given. And it doesn't necessarily have to be given to you through on paper right in front of you, but given to you to the point where even if they don't say it in words, you know that's what happened. You know, like you can put it together yourself and know the story behind that character. Like, I love a good book that gives you lore and detail about the character to the point where it's enough that you can have like a kinship with that character, or like that you can understand that character on a deeper level, and that it's not just like a character in a book to be a character in a book. Like, it's not just, oh, he has anger issues, that's it. Like, it's like, oh, he has anger issues.
I mean, you can make it work. Katsuki Bakugo exists.
Yeah, but then again, I don't like Katsuki. I never liked Katsuki.
They sort him out eventually in the manga, but like, god damn, it takes a minute.
Yeah.
Like, he gets there and you feel like he worked for it and like means it. But like, yeah.
But up until then, he's a little bit of a punk ass bitch.
Right. I mean, like his character is very much like the model of like, maybe we don't form like lasting opinions on people based on what they were like in middle school.
Yeah.
Or maybe we do. I don't know.
Well, we do, or maybe we do.
I think like writing wise, the example I'll use is Katsuki for me seems like a character who's not very lore written, right? And a character that I think is very